Wake up, everybody. It's your girl, Sofia back here on Sofia's Football Talk to do what we haven't done in a while, a full-on Man United related news show where we're going to talk all the latest Man United news, transfer news, all that good jazz. Is Amorim about to be sacked? Or will he still keep his job? Even, unfortunately, hopefully not, despite of us maybe potentially losing Europa League. You never know. Before we talk about all of that, make sure you give this video here a big thumbs up, because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for new people to see and new people to react to. Consider as well becoming a SFT member. Link is in the description box. Another way to help support the channel's growth. Big up to Ravi, hope you're doing well. And big up to Georgie. Big up to Zed as well. Do subscribe to the channel. I don't know if you knew or not, but I support Al Hilal, so I hope we don't get Bruno. I know you do. I kind of gathered you were doing a lot of Al Hilal watch alongs. I've been noticing. So I was thinking, does he maybe support Al Hilal? Now it all makes sense. Big up to you. Big up to you. And you don't want to get Bruno. Okay, we'll talk about it. But before to talk about transfer news, we need to talk about Ruben Amorim. So, reported by Jamie Jackson earlier, Man United intend to keep Ruben Amorim as head coach next season, even if they lose the Europa League final to Tottenham. The hierarchy feels Amorim deserves the summer to improve the squad and sign players better suited to his tactics. I tweeted, I think it was after, did I even say it in the stream? Yesterday basically. After a lot of thought, I decided that if, and only if, Man United end up not winning the Europa League, then me personally, I would be Amorim out. That's when I would say I'm finished. That will be when I'm done. 100%. If we dare lose to Spurs and have Spurs get their first trophy in about 17 years, we hand that to them. And the Gaffer gotta go. He has to go, blood. He has to go. That is if we lose. Until then, I'm very much like that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm happy with how we've been moving, especially in the league. The more I think about it, the more it makes me sick. I feel like I've been so numb to it that whenever people when you be people be bantering us, and it's like, it is atrocious being 16th in the league. And I think, what was even worse for me is the fact that we haven't had a single back-to-back win in the Prem. That is what's even worse. That's what makes me more concerned that we haven't had that. We have a guy on Instagram. I always forget what his name is, but I've been following him. He hasn't cut his hair. He ain't cutting his hair until Man United win 5 in a row. That's not even 5 in a row in the league. He's saying 5 in a row in our comps. We haven't done that at all. And he's still, I think it's about, I don't know how many days it's been since he last had a haircut, but it's been a long time. A long time. He made just simple. The fact that he had to do this, you know how bad we have to be when a guy still hasn't been able to get a haircut, freaking haircut, by the way, because your team ain't winning 5 in a row. We can't freaking let alone win 2 in a row just in the league alone. Back to back. That ain't happening. We ain't winning against Chelsea. Maybe we do. We still ain't winning against Villa. That ain't happening. So this season, we will be without a back-to-back win in the league. That is atrocious. So we have to wait and see. It looks to be they're saying they're going to keep him. I don't know. But I ain't gonna lie. And I want Amorim to succeed. I said, it's just the fact we were 4 points off from fourth and 13 when he first took over. And now, look at us now. Look at us. Look at how bad it is looking now. It's concerning. Hella concerning. But we move. And speaking of we move, Ruben Amorim will be heavily backed, is what has been stated. Also, Amorim has made it clear he wants to dump an enormous amount of players, reported by Muppeteers via United Rep Report. I don't know. We have to wait and see. I won't believe it until I see it. That's kind of how I'm moving this season. I don't believe it until I see it. Somebody should probably put that on a shirt because real talk. And with Amorim, has he had it easy? No. It's been, I ain't gonna lie, it been rough. And by the way, this is a very interesting stat here, okay? I don't know if there's any other head coaches or managers that's been doing this amount of interviews, but Amorim, listen to this. Hold on to whatever you're having right now. If you're eating, if you're drinking anything, just hold on, please. Don't get food stuck in your throat, okay? Make sure you bite properly. Swallow, pause, and then listen to this. Since joining Man United, Ruben Amorim has done a staggering 491 interviews and counting. 296 of those interviews has been for 25 Premier League games, 150 interviews for 10 times Europa League games, 45 interviews for 4 domestic cup games. The deal sold to broadcasters by the league entitles them to interview every manager for 50 minutes before every game. And Amorim gets more airtime simply because he's the head coach of the biggest club in the country. Broadcasters take up their full contractual rights with United, but don't with some of the smaller clubs, and then push the interview more heavily on social media because it gets more click, of course, and it makes sense. To best outline his schedule, Amorim is also mandated to do 7 interviews after every league game with rights-holding broadcasters, reported by Chris Wheeler. This is insane. When you think about it, that is mad. Utter madness that is a part of his, 490. You've been here for 6 months. 6 months. And you've done 491 interviews. And we still have a couple of games left of the season. So you're going to do more. You're going to do basically it's the, pre-game interviews. It's the post-match interviews. And then it's the, the interviews that, he's often done when the team isn't doing too well. It's a madness. Ten Hag did nowhere near the numbers. But to be fair also, when it comes to Ten Hag, let's be real. Amorim is more of a charismatic guy, more likable. And yeah, maybe the language barrier is there with Ten Hag, but I ain't gonna sit there and act like Ten Hag's English was horrible. I think he grew more and more into it, but it was more so like he wasn't that charismatic. And what Amorim is saying, like the journalists are eating all up because he be saying like we crap, very subliminal way, but he be saying it as it is, and it be hella proper points that they can use for clicks. Man United will drive clicks 100%. It will be a talking point. Us being crap, you interviewing the manager there, gives you clicks. 100%, it gives you a lot of clicks. Speaking of Amorim, Ruben has paid 30 of his Man United backroom staff to take their families to next week's Europa League final in Bilbao, Spain, after being told by the club that his coaches, physios, and support team would have to pay for their own tickets. Sources have told ESPN. Damn. I mean, we've had a lot of, people that work in and around the club that's been let out, fired, if you will. And they, of course, are still trying to, save that money. Save that money. Save that money. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's good for him to be able to do it. Big up to you. But yeah, the club, I don't like how my club is being driven. I don't like what INEOS are doing. I don't like what Glazers have done. I told y'all I was hella critical, hella skeptical about INEOS. I was not sitting here jumping up around, boom, boom, boom. I want to shake Jassim. Okay, and there's reports saying that he's going to try to come back. I don't believe it until I see it. They're going to hurt me again with it because this is what I wanted to hear all the time.
Today I feel Qatari.
I wanted to feel Qatari as well. Let me feel Qatari. When are they going to make me feel Qatari? When? I don't know. One day. One day. Oh, one day. Reported by Samuel Luckers, and this, we will go very soon into transfer news, but there's so much or not much, but some stuff that needs to be talked about before we move into transfer news, because reported by Samuel Luckers, Man United are targeting a top 6 finish in the Premier League next season. Why do we know this? Why do we know this, that it is a top 6? I want it to be us getting top 4 minimum, or trying to be like, you know what? If we get an opportunity to get the league, go for it. Be delusional, but don't lower your standards. And already, I know we're pretty far down now. Apologies, but I'd rather us be like, okay, we're gonna try to go top 4, and then okay, you get top 6 next season, than for us to be top 6 and then let's say we get top 10 instead. Come on, don't lower your expectations. I need top 4 minimum, and a trophy next season, minimum, and play proper football. That's first and foremost, and actually get the results. That's what I need, okay? Because I can't do what we're doing right now. What we're doing right now, that ain't cute. It's not cute. It's all over the place. And speaking of being all over the place, the 1958 Foundation will hold another anti-Glazer protest at Man United last game of the season against Aston Villa, reported by Jamie Jackson. Have them gone. Keep protesting. Keep using your voice. Let it be known that we want these leeches, these imbeciles, out our damn club. Out of our damn club. Get them gone. And in regards to maybe, let's say we do win the Europa League, the Man United have no plans for an open top bus parade if we do win the Europa League. Instead, intend to have a more low-key celebratory barbecue at Carrington. Yeah, no. We can't sit there and do like a open bus parade. I think the latest would deserve, if we get back-to-back FA Cup trophies, then I think the latest deserve to get a proper respect. Speaking of that, Man have decided against holding an end-of-season awards dinner again after the disappointing performance of the men's first team. There is also a feeling internally that throwing a lavish dinner will not go down well with the staff and supporters. Scheduling has also contributed to the decision. I do hope that the ladies can, and also parts of the academy would be nice to have it their own end of season awards, because they didn't have it last season. And the latest one, their ever first trophy in our history, for Man United ladies, the FA Cup last season. Why not have that dinner? Doesn't have to be the last. Not everything. I know that, let's be honest, Man United, you take about the men's team, but we still have a women's team. You have the academy. All of that is a part of Man United. It's a part of Man United. So just because the lads have had a bad season doesn't mean that needs to be the same case for the ladies and also for the youngsters in the academy, because the academy did well last season as well. And I think you're kind of taken away from their achievements, such as the ladies. So yeah, I didn't like that at all, to be fair, but we move. Dark Crow says, I have no issues if he leaves. I have no issues if we lose Europa League Spurs. I have no issues if we finish 17. As all this would ignite the anger, firing fans, unite the protest. Yeah, respectfully, I hear you, but I will have an issue if we lose to Spurs. I need the Europa League. I want to win it. 17 and all of that. I ain't gonna lie, I've given up on the league. We ain't getting the win. I just don't see it happening. We'll probably lose to Chelsea. We'll be lucky if we get a draw. But yeah, we need to. This is not cute. Either way, let's move on to a little bit better things. So, transfer news from Man United. Man United are now in pole position to sign Liam Delap. The player will be happy to move to United this summer. However, his final decision could be swayed by whether or not they win the Europa League. Newcastle and Chelsea also want him, reported by Sky. From Sky. Kolarov, I think. Is it Kolarov? Even though, and by the way, direct quote from Kave, even though Man United aren't having a great season, Liam Delap still feels they are a big club. I got the feeling that the player will be up for moving to United, even if they were not to make the Champions League. Okay. I mean, okay. Liam Delap. I've told you guys, I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm super excited about getting a Liam Delap. If it's a Liam Delap and a Cunha, I'll take it. If it's a Liam Delap just by himself, no. But what I would hope is that we do get, okay, let's say Hilal leave and he ends up leaving. I do think that getting a Delap and you get a proper striker and a bit much more older, veteran, seasoned striker, I'll be all for it. I would love a Mateta. I ain't gonna lie, that thought of that has grown on me the last few weeks, and I kind of would want that to be the case, but we haven't really been that linked with him, so I don't know if that's gonna be happening. I ain't gonna lie. Cunha, Man United transfer fee for Cunha is expected to be £62.5 million plus £5 million in add-ons. Despite Arsenal's late approach, talks for Cunha to United are moving forward. A verbal agreement is close. Final steps on personal terms are underway, reported by Valentin Furlan. Yeah, there were maybe some rumors saying that, okay, potentially Cunha will be that deal will be hijacked. Doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon. So I think we will be getting him, and we will be hearing that soon. And I'll be excited about that. So Alex Group reported Man United have held talks with Antoine Semenyo. And I ain't gonna lie, he would be alright. But I think the price that they've been talking about, was it around 60 million? I'm saying, I don't know about no 60 million for no Semenyo. I don't know about all of that. That might be a bit of a reach. But I ain't gonna lie, it looks good here, though, in this edit. United kid do kind of suit him. But I just don't know. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys are thinking, though, either way. Ederson, new contacts are taking place about Ederson, the Atalanta midfielder, to Man United, reported by Alfredo Pedulla, who often reports on like Italian news. So, yeah, I mean, we've been linked with him last season, didn't get him then, so we probably might need to potentially up our price. I think around more than 42 million is what would be needed. But we shall see with what happens with that. Keep getting the likes up, by the way, people, and do continue to subscribe if you are new here. Big up to new people and big up to the old ones. Outgoings, the more interesting ones at this point. Bruno Fernandes. Looks to be that Al Hilal are still in touch with his representatives. There will be a new meeting this week, and Fernandes will be given just 1 week to give a final answer. If we get 120 million, I'm saying sign the team. Take it, Bruno, but obrigado. Obrigado. Bounce. I'm saying get the money, get the dinero, get the moolah, and call it a day. That's literally what I'm saying. I'm saying, Bruins, I need to be better at making sure that I have the pictures up to date. We'll work on that for next new show. But yeah, Bruno needs to go if we get some proper money. Pick up Raja. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Should we sell Bruno? If we get a 120 million transfer bid right now, should we say yes? Let me know. I'm saying hell yeah. Yes. Damn right. I'm saying yes. I'm 100% saying yes. I'm saying thank you for your service, but I need that money. And that money can get us along. Can get us far. You know? Raja says, how is Man United going to replace Bruno if it does go to another club? Would get Rodrigo and Cunha. I mean, Rodrigo. Ooh, I would love both of them. Yes. That's not bad, you know. I think we ain't getting those two for that price. Because just Rodrigo alone will probably be like 100 million. It's what I'm assuming. I don't know how much he has left to his contract, but I think, and I know that Arsenal have been heavily linked with him. I ain't be shocked if he ends up going to Arsenal. He definitely will be starting ahead of a Martinelli. Like his preferred position is on the left. He's just been forced to play on the right because you have Vinny there. And you have Mbappe that can also play on the left, but Mbappe plays up top. Mbappe's like, I can play whatever. I don't care. I just want to play. Rodrigo is like, I've been put to the sidelines. I've been always, ain't nobody focusing so much on my feelings, but I'm here. I show up. I clock in. And at this point, I got to focus on me. I want to go to another club where they're going to play me in my preferred position. So that could be definitely big. Maybe ends up going. Sancho to Fenerbahce. Looks to be the Fenerbahce are making an attempt to sign Jadon Sancho for 25 million from Man United this summer. Jose Mourinho has approved the signing. Report by INEOS. I don't know how reliable this is. I have no idea. No bueno. But it'll be interesting. I mean, right now it doesn't look like Sancho will be going to Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea will try to pay 20 million for them to get him. There probably will be. Imagine if they sell. I mean, not sell. Imagine if they pay 5 million just for us to take him back. You know that's bad then. For us to take him back, we get 5 million. And then we end up selling him for like 25 million. That's 30 million. I'll take it. I don't think we're going to get more for Sancho. I ain't going to hold you. I don't think so. Sancho, I think his time is long overdue. Long overdue. I think you just got to call it a day and say, you know what? I really wanted it to work. It hasn't. You haven't really put that much effort either. So both things can be right. We haven't been the best for him, and he hasn't been the best for us. Doesn't have to be much more difficult than that. It ain't rocket science, you know? But we wait and see. Somebody that we definitely should be get proper money for is Anthony. So Athletic Madrid are planning to hold talks with Man United for Anthony. At this point, I'm saying 60 mil. Guys, up the price. Y'all see how he's been. This guy, from where they were to where they are now, a lot has to do with this guy. They now are about to get top 4, very close. And I think they probably will be winning the conference. I ain't gonna lie. I did say at the beginning, Chelsea ain't winning it. Now that Real Betis is in it, and I'm definitely excited about the final. I think it can be a good final. I genuinely believe even more now, apologies, that Real Betis will be winning that Conference League final against Chelsea. I just 100% I believe it. Even if it was Fiorentina, I would have said the same thing. Real Betis, they will deal with Chelsea. And that will up the price. If Man United wins the Europa League, then he will get a Europa League medal, and he will then get a Conference League medal in the same season. Same goes for Rashford, actually, even though Rashford, of course, that's obviously for Villa. But Anthony can get 2 medals in the same year, same season. Up the price, 60 million minimum for Anthony. Okay, Real Betis, you want him, you love him. Isco says we need to do a fundraiser. If you want, we're not doing this whole charity stuff. We're done with being the nice guy. And when I say the nice guy, we ain't being the nice guy. We've been the naive guy. We've been just walked over left, right. We've been like the people that used to be the big dogs back in the day. That used to do whatever they were able to do. But now, at an old age, they're just falling back. Ain't nobody caring about y'all. You're just there. So respectfully, Anthony, if you want to be at Real Betis, we ain't doing no more loans. It's either pay up or you go to another team that pays more. I want a bidding war. Real Betis, show me where the money is. Atletico Madrid, show me where the money is. Any other clubs, show me where the money is. Or else, we ain't talking. Because I ain't got time to be kikiing and cacaing. I ain't doing none of that. Pay me my money or bounce. That's where I'm at. Legit. So we have to wait to see, but it'll be interesting with the outgoings for sure. And I don't like this whole revisionism just because Anthony, same goes with McTominay, are doing so well with their new respective clubs. I mean, Anthony's still at loan, but regardless, at a new place doesn't mean that they're so good that we should have kept them. No. 2 things can be right. They shouldn't be at Man United, but they're not trash players. Even though I know I said some things about Anthony, he's shite and all that. He's not. He's a good player for somebody else, just not for Man United. And the same goes for Scott McTominay. I think Jadon Sancho will probably floss, but you know what? Maybe if the league is not for Jadon Sancho, maybe Jadon Sancho needs to go back to Germany. Maybe he should go to Italy, Spain. I think Jadon Sancho will flourish more there. The Premier League doesn't seem to be the best club, league for you. Doesn't look like that's the case. But hey, we move. And finally, Rashford is desperate to play for Barcelona, and he's been desperate since the winter. Reported by Victor Nahi. I have no idea how credible, this is, but to be fair, there have been lots of rumors here and there that Rashford would love to go to Barcelona. Doesn't surprise me. And Barcelona would maybe be interested. But, I mean, to be fair, it'll be more so a backup, though. Because you can play on either sides, but more so on that left. And on that left is Rafinha. And Rafinha has been cooking. So, even though it wasn't cooking that much in the El Clasico, but for most part, he's been cooking. Ain't nobody taking the place of Lamine Yamal on the right. So you could just forget about that. Put that into the bin. Because that ain't happening, But all I'm saying is, I do think if he ends up going, I think he could do well. And I hope he can get some money. He's been sadly injured now, and I don't know exactly when he will come back, but yeah, it's not looking too good with that injury, but we have to wait and see. Yep. Basha said, I don't think Amorim will or should be sacked. We have to wait and see with that. I don't know. But there you have it, guys. That is it for this week's MUFC stream news. We will do Man News stream. We'll try to do it once every week. So every Tuesday is kind of what I like to do. Probably do again next Tuesday. Or we might postpone because next Tuesday will probably be a preview ahead of the Europa League final. Or we push it to Monday. We will see. We will see. I haven't planned next week just yet, but just know Tuesdays normally will be a Man United news type show, and we will, once the window opens, we will do a transfer news. So we talk about every club and their transfer business in general, not just Man United, but every club. So before you leave, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are on the road to 10K subscribers, so let's make it happen. I will be back live on Thursday for a Chelsea versus Man United preview. Until then, FPL video will probably be up tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Other than that, I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you. Peace out. Sofia out. Bye.